Hey everyone, Cosmos here from Dolly Games. In this video, we're going to be looking at the new Artifact Relics system of Wartune Patch 7.6. It is an icon, which is a new icon, which is above the inventory when you hover your mouse on the inventory. So it's similar to the way the previous Willpower or Holy Sword works. So here we have the Ancient Relics icon. Let's pop in there. Alright, so the Ancient Relics is a new system. From what I can tell, they look like weapons and things, but I don't think it's to wear it on your character directly. I think it's just something that you have, which gives you extra stats. I guess kind of like a soul engraving type of a thing, or mounts or whatever, something like that. Something that you have that gives you extra stats. So as you see here, there are 3 pages of relics. Here we have Azure Stiletto, we have Sword of Delusion, Rapier of Damnation, Oracle Arc or Arch. Second page we have Downfall Spear, Unholy Saber, Demonic Texture, Spear of Slumber, Paralyzing Dagger, Hand of Riddles, Hide of Heroism, and Valor's Edge. So these relics you have to summon by preparing them in the blacksmith. So I'm gonna go to the blacksmith right now. Synthesize, and then here we have artifacts, artifact equipment, and you can see them listed over here, each one of them, and each one of them requires 100 shards to synthesize, and then you get the item, and then I guess with that item we'll be able to summon the relic in this window over here. Now summoning is only the beginning. You can see here it says battle rating 800, which is nothing, but that's at the most beginning. And then you see here the attributes: physical attack, defense, magical attack, magical defense, penetration, block, HP, and they differ by relic somewhat. Like this one is a more magic attack, magic defense oriented. This one has less health, and so forth. But basically they're roughly similar in their stats. But they have also this relic skill, which is different. So in this case we have loss of power, 1% chance to remove a beneficial buff from target. We have thistles and thorns. Each block has a 5% chance to reverse 11% damage. It's pretty powerful, I think. Rapier of Damnation, 1% chance to confuse the enemy. Then we have 4 tunes, 1% chance to recover 1% HP when attacked. Now that's pretty good if the percentage increases, the chance of activation, that is. Then we have Downfall Spear, giving Unbeaten Glory, 1% chance to remove 1 negative buff from yourself when taking damage. Rainbow Strike, 1% chance to stun the enemy for a turn. It can be powerful if that percentage increases. Demonic Texture is giving Rockstar, 1% chance to cause an enemy to forget one skill. Crimson Piercer, again 1% chance to ignore 10% of enemy's physical defense when enemy is hit. And this one is reducing damage received by 15% when taking damage, also quite interesting if we can increase that percentage. Then after taking damage, this one is Armed Lord, 1% chance to recover HP equal to 15%, that's interesting as well. 15% of damage dealt next turn. 1% chance for Cursed Complaint to cause the target to bleed, losing HP equal to 50% of skill damage. That's pretty powerful as well. Valor's Edge, Furious Energy skill, chance to increase crit damage by 30% each turn for 2 turns, also very good. Now I already talked about the stats and the skills. Then we have the casting, where you use the cast stones, which I explained in previous videos, to basically make the artifact more powerful. And then it's, I guess, kind of like the whatchamacallit, the Holy Sword system, where you increase the stats, and then probably there's going to be a breakthrough for which you need to use the more you need to probably use the various crystals to break through probably to the next level. We'll see that later, but that's what the casting is for. And lastly, I'm going to go into the max preview for each artifact. So here we have the max preview for Azure Stiletto, and you can see that when we manage to max out this artifact, for example, we'll receive plus 1 million to physical attack, 1.5 million to magic attack, 1 million to physical defense, 1.5 million to magic defense. So that's really significant figures. Penetration, block, and HP, 6 million to HP. And then when I spoke about the chances before, as you increase the level of the artifact, or when you cast more, then also the skill becomes more powerful. In this case, you see a 40% chance to remove one beneficial buff from the target. Let's go to Sword of Delusion. Again, millions of additional stats. Of course, they vary by artifact, so when you do choose which one to cast, because your resources are going to be limited, that's going to be more interesting to cast the correct artifact. So for example, if you're a knight and an archer, you probably want to pick the ones where you have physical attack rather than magic attack. And if you're a mage, you want to pick the ones where you get more magic attack, and so forth. But other than physical and magical attack, I believe the skill of the artifact is even more important. So you could even bypass and as a knight get the magical attack artifact if you like the skill better. So in this case, 5% chance to reverse 90% damage. It's pretty significant when this does activate. It could result in a victory in a battle. Next one. Again, millions. The stats I won't mention, you can see the stats already yourself, but basically it's around 1 million, roughly speaking, for the stats. It's around 100,000 for the penetrations and blocks, and it's around 5-6 million for the HP for the artifact. Now the skill here is going to 15% chance. Now here 5% chance to recover 15% HP when attacked. I think it's pretty significant. This one is going to 40% chance to remove 3 negative buffs. This one is 15% chance to stun the enemy. If that's a really correct percentage, then 1 in every 10 turns or 2 in every 10 turns, you're gonna stun the enemy. That's pretty significant. Demonic Texture goes to 15% chance. Sphere of Slumber goes to 15% chance. Paralyzing Dagger as well. 45% damage reduction with a 15% chance, which lasts for 2 turns, is pretty significant. Hand of Riddles, 15% chance to recover HP for the damage that you do next. So this is a bit dodgy. You have to be careful to notice this activation and use a strong attack skill on the next turn, which might not always be possible. So this is less interesting than the direct heal, of course. And this one is an interesting bleed, 15% chance and 150% of skill damage bleed on the enemy. That's very significant, I think. And this one is increasing crit damage by 90%, also very significant, 15% chance activation. So those are the ancient relics slash artifacts, the new system in Wartune Patch 7.6. I hope you guys enjoyed my explanation presentation. Please do click on like and subscribe if you did. Share with your friends so that other people can benefit as well. All the links are also in the description of the video. My Wartune blog, or wartune.dollygames.com. Please visit it, bookmark it, subscribe to it. If you want to play short games, go to dollygames.com. It's really great for short things. If you're bored, everything there is free to play. And of course, if you like my work and if you're able to, please consider to support my work via Patreon. Like I mentioned, all the links will be in the description of the video. Thanks for watching and have a very nice day.